Okay, so I just got my fourth account to plat, and I just want to make a quick video since you know it's pretty fresh in my mind, and I've learned a lot on how to get the plat. I'm gonna do this video in one whole take, so there's not gonna be any fancy cuts or anything. I'm gonna try to make it short as well, but basically I just want to like have this video so that maybe I can reference back to it, and also if you guys want to watch it, then maybe take something away from it. But so basically there's a whole bunch of nuggets of information that I've learned playing the game. I mean, all tallied up, I've played about maybe 4,000 hours of the game, um, and I've learned a lot. On this specific account, I think I have like a 70% win rate, um, which is really good. Obviously, it's not 100%, especially I feel like it should be higher considering that this was about like gold elo or so. Um, but either way, 70% is pretty good. And on my main accounts, which is like Melon DeGeneres and Coach Coma, yeah, I have like a 60% win rate on Zinzao. My old main, which is Twitch, I have very low win rates on that champion, which is like maybe like 55%. Um, but anyways, some of the stuff I've learned is basically a lot of times the game and the strategies involved are not what you see on the surface. So there's a lot of foresight that's involved in the plays that I make. So for example, right here, I'm doing this intentionally. I'm showing here this AFK Sona is obviously like, I didn't, it's part of the game. Sometimes people AFK, sometimes it could be on your team or whatever. But point is that I'm showing bot lane here just so that they believe that I'm gonna do my blue. And I do this every game just to try to like kind of, again, just make them believe that I'm gonna start my blue. I always want to start my red because red gives me that slow for the early game pressure, and that's really massive. I say that the game is pretty much won at 5 minutes if you're the jungler. So from a minute and 30 seconds, which is when your buff spawns, to 5 minutes, you have pretty much about 2 minutes and a half, no, 3 minutes and a half, to basically make the biggest impact in the game. By that point, you should be about level 5, and if you do your job right, the enemy jungler should be about level 2, level 3, 2 levels behind you, and they should be pretty much starved and have nothing to do. And by the way, all this advice is coming from a jungler's perspective. So if you don't play jungle, it may not apply to you. But I mean, there are some things you could take away, which is basically. So let me just actually get that out the way. The biggest thing you could take away, from my perspective, to you as a mid laner or solo laner is like, be gankable and be campable. If I can't gank you, I'm not gonna gank you. It's gonna be very hard for me. But anyways. As a jungler, I think it's very important to know the enemy jungler's position at all times. You got to know where they're going to start. You got to know where they're going to end. You got to know where they're going to be at all times. Right here, this is very interesting also, which will cover a very important point. Oftentimes, you don't want to force things. You just want to pressure and allow them to make mistakes. Basically, pump fake a lot and bait them. So right here, you see Fiddle's like it's looking at me. I don't know why he's looking at me since he's not gonna kill anything. I mean, he doesn't have the damage to kill me. Plus he doesn't have blue buff. So anyways, he already got baited. I should have walked maybe a little earlier, but anyways, point is that sometimes they just they kind of bait themselves. They don't really know what they're doing. I'd say that a lot of times the enemy team is more like an experimental mode. Like they kind of want to learn the game. They want to see who does damage, what champions do damage, which champions don't do damage. Can this person burst me? Can this person not burst me? They're not really sure. So that's why they make like quote unquote dumb plays. Because yeah, they are dumb. I mean, they don't really know. They want to learn. So, there's nothing wrong with learning in the game. All you can do as a person who's more experienced is capitalize on that learning that you've done and basically take advantage of them. If they don't know but you know, that's something for you to capitalize on. But anyways, it's just a super quick video, filled with some tips. I don't want to make it too long-winded or too much of a rant, but basically just create an impact around the map and do everything you can. Seize the moment at every moment. Don't hold on to flashes. Don't hold on to flashes. It's not like you get credit for it or anything like that. You don't get anything. You just use the flash, secure the kill. If you trade flashes as a jungler, it's always good. I mean, if you blow the laner's flash, that's good for your laner. If you blow the enemy jungler's flash, that's good because you can just fight him next time. So don't hold on to flashes. Take advantage of every single opportunity. Pressure. At 5 minutes, if the game is not already in your favor, then I mean, hang on. Just keep trying, even if you're like super behind. I would say also build appropriately. Like the biggest offense is defense. So if they're building a ton of damage, build super tanky. What you don't want to do is build super attack damage or super attack damage focused unless they're really behind. If they're really behind, then build all the damage you want. But if you're kind of ahead, I'm sorry, if you're kind of behind, just build defensively. If they have a lot of CC, always build mercs. If they have a lot of AD, always build tab eyes. Build tab eyes, build GA. GA early on is an incredibly strong item. It is super underrated. The fact that they won't be able to kill you with the little damage that they have creates like the biggest lead for you ever. Keep in mind that when you're ahead, you're ahead. I mean, don't like undervalue that or undersell that. You're ahead, so always try to just shove yourself down their throat. Like keep your foot on their neck. But yeah, just a super quick video. I just wanted to make it. I haven't been on Discord too much, and I'd like to make these tips or make these concepts more concrete in my own mind. But I'd also like to make them open as possible, so that they don't just stay in my mind, so that you guys can capitalize on them as well. I'd also say that once you're pretty ahead, and once you have some of your core item or just your warrior, basically your finished warrior enchantment, just keep farming. I mean, if they're really behind and you already have your full warrior enchantment, there's pretty much no reason to back. I usually am holding on to a bag of like 3,000, 4,000 gold. I mean, that's very common for me to do. So keep pressuring. Don't back a lot. Back very, very, very scarcely. Pressure them, invade a lot. Always know where they're at. If you don't know where they're at, but you know that their camp's up, take their camps. But always prioritize pressuring. If you're able to pressure, always pressure. But yeah, sorry, that's like the third time I'm going to say it. That's the last time I'm going to say this is like a short video. That's pretty much all of the video. Best of luck out there. If you guys have any questions, obviously just message me on Discord. I mean, this video is not meant to be popular or anything like that. It's just, for you guys. Really, it's just for me. But yeah, I mean, mainly for like John and Kais and you guys and the junglers out there and stuff. Matt, Deeb, you guys. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Best of luck out there. I know you guys can make it to gold and further on. And one last piece of the puzzle that at least I consider a piece of the puzzle is to understand this. Macro finds you the fights. Micro wins you the fight. So macro is important because you want to get those fights. You want to get those fights in before 5 minutes and onto the 10-minute mark. So you always want to find those fights and outplay them, and that gives you the lead. So you macro to find you the fight, micro will win you the fight. If you feel like you're not gonna win a fight because of this, because of that, because of blah blah, you're probably not in the mentality to actually be playing solo queue. Don't go into the game thinking that you're already gonna lose. Um, so yeah, that's about it. Pressure, pressure, pressure. Find fights and win them with micro. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you guys on Discord or something later.